Another thing I'd like to teach you guys, especially early on in this course of lessons and so forth, is to learn some basic signs that can help you in conversation. One of the signs that I want you to learn is again. So your non-dominant hand is laying flat, and your dominant hand kind of makes a half shape, and you say again. And your curved hand, just gently taps it, the other hand, again. But remember, it's a conceptual language, so this is again, repeat, one more time, that concept of reoccurrence. Okay? Not limited to the English word again. Again. Repeat. This is going to be good because if someone is finger spelling and they spell their name really fast, and then you're like, what was that? You can say again to have them repeat. Or please, put please in front of it. That would be proper. Please is a flat hand gently rubbing in a circle on your chest. Please. So again, please. And that's good because then they'll be able to repeat it again. But maybe you need them to slow down. So to have them slow down, you can ask them to please and then slow. I've seen a fist. I've also seen a flat hand, but more of a fist. Your non-dominant hand is holding a fist, and your dominant hand, which always is the one that moves most times, but almost always is the one that moves slow. Now, this hand should not be flying down the same. No, slow. Please slow. Again. And they should slow down. And maybe they're finger spelling really fast, and you can say, please slow again. And they'll repeat themselves, hopefully at a slower pace. They want you to understand what they're trying to say. It's no fun to be trying to communicate with someone who doesn't understand. So they're going to try to slow down so that everybody's on the same page. Okay, so we have again, please. Hi is just a wave. Hi generally comes from the side of your head. But if you're just like, hey, hi, 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 I've seen that. Hi. Bye is very similar. You just wave goodbye. One of the first things a deaf person will ask you is, what's your name? Okay? So, let's be able to say, my name is this, right? So, in sign, my is a flat hand on your chest. It shows ownership to use a flat hand. My. Your. Their. If you're talking to a bunch of people, like THEIR. Their. My. Your. Their. Our. Flat hand for ownership. Okay? So, my name. Name, it comes from the letter N's. My fingers out, and they gently touch twice. Name. My name, and then I'm going to spell mine. Jacob. My name is. You don't need the is. Okay? Is an English word. That is a to be verb, and in ASL, that's implied. You don't need to have every single word. So if I sign my name, Jacob, the is isn't needed. The concept of my name is already there. Okay? That's very hard for people to let go when they're focusing on the English. Don't focus on the English. Focus on your concept. What are you communicating? You're communicating your name. Right? Or my name. Your name. So if you're going to ask what someone's name is, you're going to say your name and then the sign for what. I've seen what, like a flat hand with my index finger drawing down across the palm. That one I've seen, but not as often as I've seen what like this. What. Your eyebrows, though, will need to lower for the who, what, where, when questions, and we're going to go more into them later. But the who, what, where, when questions, you furrow your brow, and they generally go actually at the end of the question. So I'm going to generally say your name, what. The furrowing of the brow, the concept is saying I'm asking for information. What is this? Give me information. I'm confused. Not really confused, but I'm confused in the sense that I need you to inform me. Your name, what? Good. My name, Jacob. There we go. So yes, try not to be speaking English when you're signing, right? Focus on their grammar. If you're saying, oh, your name what all the time, it's going to get too confusing. Drop the English. Focus on what concept you're conveying. Good. So you can say my name. They may also ask you, are you hearing or are you deaf? They'll say, you deaf? And again, the furrowing of the brow because they're not sure. Or they may even do a yes-no question and raise their eyebrows and say, you deaf? You deaf? That's the letter D I'm doing kind of by my ear and then by my chin. Deaf. And for most of you, it will probably be no. I don't know. But deaf, and then you could say no. No comes from the letter N, and the two fingers, the index and the middle and the thumb, are going to come together. No. No. Now, you're not going to just say no. That cuts it off. You need to elaborate. You know, when you say no, you kill the conversation. You need to keep the conversation going. So you're going to say no, maybe even shake your head, no, but then provide the correct information. Say, I'm hearing, and like nod your head to confirm this is the truth, and sign hearing. Hearing, you make like 2 circles from your mouth. Now many of you people are going like, whoa, 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 hold up. I'm hearing with my ears. Why am I doing this? The reason this is hearing is because your primary language is spoken through your mouth. Hearing. Okay, so if someone says, you deaf? You say, no, I'm hearing. Notice I said no, shook my head, and then I nodded it as I gave the correct answer. Okay, that's how we handle yes-no questions. We'll be doing more of that in the future. Okay, so are you hearing? No. Are you deaf? No, I'm hearing. Or you could say, I'm hard of hearing. I'm taking 2 H's and putting them side by side. Hard of hearing. No, I'm hard of hearing. Or you could say, yeah, I'm deaf. Yeah. I'm deaf, and then maybe you could elaborate in another way. Yeah, I'm deaf. I was born deaf, or I didn't learn sign until this time. But continue the conversation. You're in communication with someone. Don't just cut it off with a no or a yes. Have it elaborate. Move along. Okay? Okay, that's enough for today. Practice these things, okay? These small helpful signs like please and slow. Again, thank you. I haven't taught you that one yet. Thank you. You're welcome. I've seen so many things for you're welcome. I've seen things where people say fine and they like wave it away. Fine. That was fine. Psh, that's fine. I've seen people say you're welcome, like they're welcoming someone into the house, but they've also signed it for you're welcome. I've seen other people sign the thank you back as being you're welcome. You're welcome. So again, it's a regional thing. There's differences. You just gotta be prepared for that. Okay? Accept what's going on around you. And don't fight it. Just learn. Soak it in, okay? I'll see you later.